Couldn't stop thinking about you, Jamie. I know there were other stories being told and mysteries to unravel, but all I could think about was you chewing on that food, tasting it, swallowing it. I thought, does she like it? Does that food taste good? Did it taste good, Jamie? It was pretty good. You don't want to get too excited. But it wasn't so bad, was it? How do you feel about Russell, Jamie? Pretty good? I don't know if you all could hear that, but she said, he's all right. Sorry, Russell. How do you feel about Jamie?
She's okay.
She's okay. Fair enough. You said it with a lot of anger in your eyes. Revenge. Sweet. I'm going to tell you a story inspired by your suggestion of beans. Pinto beans, if I recall correctly, or something valuable that you, sir, would not want to lose. I like that in a person. Don't aim too high and then you won't be disappointed when all you get is a pile of beans at the end of the day. This particular case started on a day where the clouds were moving fast, and it was like they were moving at the same speed as my thoughts. For some reason, all my demons were barking, telling me all the things I didn't want to think, showing me all the images I didn't want to remember. So I went home to my office. Tried to read the news, see if there was something that could distract me. Even bad news can be good news when it's better than the news your brain is playing for you. That's when the distraction came in that I didn't expect, but I welcomed.
Miss Rocket? Ruby?
That's me. Come on in.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing me. I assume you're able to talk for a moment?
Wouldn't be much of a business person if I couldn't. Have a seat.
Thank you.
You want something to drink?
Do you have vodka?
Just got this.
No, thank you.
It's whiskey. Have it. You look like you need it.
Well, all right. Never been much for brown liquors myself. They turn my stomach. I admit that's nice, though.
I make it under my desk. I was surprised at how well she drank that whiskey. I was looking forward to her spitting it out, and I was going to laugh real hard. But I didn't have the opportunity. I guess she was upset enough that she was able to handle it. There was something about her skin, her face, that glowed and sparkled. There was something innocent, naive, and attractive about every part of her.
Everything here is confidential, isn't it? I can trust your confidence.
Sure, as soon as you pay me, you can.
Oh, right.
But I got nobody to tell, so why don't you just go ahead?
Well, you see, I need to report, well, a crime of sorts, but I'm not exactly sure what happened myself.
Here, let me get my typewriter and type up the police report.
Well, that's...
I'm not the cops, lady.
Well, that's just it. That's why I came to you. I didn't know if I could go to the police. Read this, would you?
She handed me a note. It was crumpled and smelled like beans. Just said, help.
You see, that's a note that I received it from a man that I've been in contact with.
In contact with? There's a few men I've been in contact with myself. Wouldn't mind being in contact with you either.
Well, Miss Rocket, that's just it. I'm a married woman. And I promise you that nothing happened between me and this man except for why things did get familiar. And I was trying to wrestle with the fact that I thought I loved him, but I loved my husband as well. And
I bet you wrestled quite a bit. Bet you wrestled all night long, then wrestled again in the morning. Twice.
Listen, Miss Rocket, nothing happened between me and this man, though I admit in my heart I wanted it to. We exchanged love notes. Well, the groceries would be delivered to my house, and I could expect fairly regularly to receive a love note. Although, not having heard from him for a while, I received this. Just
in your bag of groceries?
Yes. I wasn't sure who I could go to, and I didn't want to go to the police because, well, adultery is a crime, Miss Rocket. Even though I've never fornicated outside of my marriage, it might have come to that.
Maybe that's why he was yelling for help. Maybe he was afraid of you.
Please, Miss.
It's always the sweet ones like you that are dangerous in bed.
Well,
did you go to Catholic school?
I don't see what that has to do with it.
You look like a good Irish girl.
Well,
What's your name?
Ida Stanwyck.
Stanwyck. Never heard of your family. Middle class?
We do all right. Well,
Who's this man?
He's a grocer.
Probably gonna have to give me more than that. There's a few grocers here in Kashigo City. Unless you want to pay me to spend my time looking for all of them.
Well, his name's Martin. And he's just about the sweetest, most poetic soul. I admit to falling in love with him. And now I'm worried for him.
What about your husband? Is he all right?
He's all right.
Just okay?
He's okay.
Yeah.
Sort of like a familiar meal, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Please, I do love my husband.
Does your husband know about this little love affair you've been having?
He knows that something's wrong.
Where can I find him?
He works as a doorman at a hotel downtown.
You want to tell me which one, or should I just look at every hotel and ask, are you married to Ida?
He works at the Regent.
All right.
Oh, please don't tell him about the notes. Please don't tell him about Martin. I couldn't bear to see his heart break, and as I said before, nothing has happened between us. I'm just terribly worried about him.
Fair enough. You got money? Because that's what it's going to take. I don't work for free. Not on cases that have to do with grocers. It's not that fun.
You'll be paid, Miss Rocket, if you just find him, please.
$50 a day plus expenses.
$50 a day?
Whether or not I have expenses, I'll charge you for some. It's just the way it works.
Whatever it takes, Miss Rocket, I'll find the money. Just find Martin.
What's your husband's name?
Fred.
It's unfortunate. Never met a handsome man named Fred.
He's all right.
I'll be in touch, Miss Stanwyck.
Thank you.
I guess it's Mrs. Stanwyck.
Right. Thank you for the whiskey. I'll see myself out.
She left. I could tell she was earnest. And I found my way down the streets. The clouds were still moving fast, but now I had something to think about, you know? I had a case to solve and something to do, and my demons didn't have an opportunity to break through. I started by cruising up to the Regent, having a word with a doorman I heard might work there.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to leave your suitcase right over here, Mr. Johnston. We call him a valise at the Regent. He'll be here, okay.
Give you your tip later.
Oh, yep, okay. This is what I do. Beautiful day, beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful. Oh, hello, hello. Here, would you like, welcome to the Regent. I'll open the door for you and you just walk in and go to the reception and let them know what room you have. And if you have a reservation, you just go ahead and let them know, okay?
I'm not staying at the hotel. Just having a little smoke outside on this beautiful night.
Well, okay. Okay, well, you could do that as long as you stand 15 feet away from the door. That's all we ask here at the Regent.
It's very forward thinking of you.
We think very 2000s is what our thoughts are.
It's a fancy hotel.
It's the fanciest in all of Kashigo. Thank you very much. I'm the doorman here, and I've been the doorman here for a very, very long time.
Must be interesting to be the doorman at a fancy hotel. You must witness a lot of things.
Oh, you see people here? I'm not supposed to drink, so don't tell nobody,
Oh,
okay?
I won't.
Thank you very much. What did you say your name was?
Name's Rocket. Ruby Rocket.
The name's Stanwyck. Fred Stanwyck.
It's nice to meet you, Fred.
Pleasure to meet you, Ruby.
Do you ever dip into the hotel, Fred? Have yourself a little good time?
Well, they give me a 15% off discount on Fridays, so sometimes I utilize that, go in there and turn the radio up on to the local jazz station and really just have a good time by myself. Things get weird here at the Regent, Ruby. How can I help you exactly?
Just wondering if you knew a man named Martin. I'd blown smoke in his face 5, 6 times and he didn't cough at all. But upon hearing the name Martin, it was like he had taken in an entire drag of cigarette smoke. And he wasn't a smoker.
What was the name, did you say?
Name's Martin.
Martin. What, Miss Rocket?
Not sure I remember, if I ever knew. He's in the grocery business.
A grocery business. I know a local grocer around here named Martin. Can I please have some of that? Oh, do I know a man named Martin, but Martin doesn't have any business here. We haven't seen him around for quite a while, so Can't imagine what you're doing here inquiring about such a man.
How about if I give you a little of this?
Marijuana? Okay.
I'd give you money, but I haven't gotten any.
Oh, yeah.
But I always have marijuana on me.
You know the doorman's code, don't you,
I
Miss
do.
Rocket? Yeah, you do. Yeah, I know a man named Martin, a local grocer by the name of Martin. He's in and out. It's been a while, but before he would be here quite often. In fact, he had a reservation on Tuesday, Thursday, and every other weekend. Coming in here with a different woman, man, or who knows what kind of thing in between, but often it was a woman. He was a womanizer, if I wouldn't say so
Seems like a
myself.
fancy place for a grocer to be spending that kind of money every week.
No, grocers are grocers. I don't know what to say, Ruby. He's a man of high demands. I'm still very concerned about that 15-foot rule, but you know what? You get me talking with this
You want me to roll a joint?
stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if you.
All right.
I have. You rolled one out.
It's a trick I learned. Tell me a few people you saw him come into the hotel with. Just one or two.
Okay. There's a couple people. There's a lady named Brooklyn, for instance, but you know, she hasn't been around for a while. But there's a man in particular, wears one of those green, funny accountant type hats that make me think that he's probably an accountant. And also they call him Davy the Accountant. And also he has a calculator in his pocket. And also he has a shirt on that says, "I'm an accountant."
It's very astute of you to draw the conclusion that he may be an accountant. Maybe the accountant.
He's around, Ruby. In fact, Davy the Accountant checked in 20 minutes ago. Room 402. I bet you could find him up there, but
How convenient.
you, of course, don't have. Well, there you go, inside the door. Okay, well,
Thanks for your help, Fred.
That's not your luggage, Ruby, but
Doesn't have to be,
okay,
Fred.
well,
Doesn't have to be.
I'm stoned, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go down to the local diner. There's a diner if you want to go down there.
There's one thing my mother taught me. It was never to leave an empty suitcase or an unclaimed suitcase around. If you see a suitcase, take it. That's what she taught me. And I knew Fred wasn't going to do anything about it. He was too nice and too high. Walked in, went up the elevator, knocked on the door.
Who is it?
Room service.
About damn time. Oh, that's hell of a service right there.
Yeah, I brought you some whiskey and whatever's in this thing.
You're not room service.
I'm not.
I may look like one, but I'm not an idiot. I'm an accountant.
I heard. Nice to meet you. May I have a seat?
Oh, I never offer a lady a seat unless I know her name.
It's Rocket.
Sit down.
Ruby Rocket.
That don't matter. What can I do you for,
It's a
Rocket?
strange place to be doing this kind of business, don't you think?
Oh, no, it's the best place in the world. People come in and out of here like wheat from a field, or lashes from an eye, or smoke from a cigarette.
None of those analogies make any sense. But that's
I'm an accountant, I don't do analogies.
right.
Straight up
You're
numbers.
purely a numbers man, I can tell. Words don't need to be your strong suit, do they?
As you can see, I'm not much of a people person, so if you want to get just right to the point, I got a lot of business to take care of.
I'm just saying that doing business in a hotel isn't usually the kind of business that could be done in an office in a legitimate way.
I'm not a typical accountant.
I heard you work for a man named Martin. Have you seen him lately? I have an important message for him.
You got an important message for a Martin, you say? I might be willing to talk about a Martin, but I deal with numbers, cash. I might be willing to spill a few beans.
I don't have any cash on me.
Is that whiskey?
Sure.
That's liquid gold right there.
Here you go. Help yourself.
Don't mind if I do.
I've also got a very nice suit, a brand new pair of shoes, a silk tie, and look at this, a whole wad of cash money.
Nope.
Seem like you're drinking like a man who's trying to forget.
Or trying to remember. Wow, that packed a punch. I think my lips are loose now.
Excellent. And you have a whole new suit you can wear later.
Don't complain about that. Where'd you get a suit?
It's got to be worth at least $300, and it looks like it fits you. Size large. Suits that come in small, medium, and large.
Yeah.
And this one's a large, and you're a tall man.
So a large would be my size.
So now you've got a suit and some whiskey. Tell me about Martin.
All right, Rocket. I'll tell you about Martin. Martin's a high-paying client. Yeah. They call him the Grocer, but really, he's into a whole other world of shit.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about it? Seems like he's been living the high life.
Sorry. Some new age music going
No,
on.
that's all right. I think you should tell me in rhythm.
Should I,
I think you should tell me. I think you should tell me.
let me drop that beat again?
Do it. There it is.
Kitty cat?
I love those Cuban rhythms. Tell me a little bit about Martin. I'll just stand over here and listen.
Okay. Little kitty cat, let me tell you about Martin. He's a crazy cat and he deals with shot stuff. Let me try that again.
Yeah.
You're looking for the green, you go to Martin. Take an alleyway, there's Martin. He's catching for some liquor. I'm way too drunk, I can't do this. I can't do this. If you wanted me to entertain you, you shouldn't have liquored me up, Rocket.
We already established you're a numbers man, not a words man.
I'm wasted, oh.
But I appreciate that you tried.
I could spill a little something for you.
Well, let me pick this up.
That's page 1 of some people that the Grocer does business with.
It's a nice list.
Here's, gotta call room service to get that shit fixed. That's page 1, page 3 through 75. Roll, 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 roll.
Looks
These are
like
all the people that Martin the Grocer does business with.
Looks like I'm gonna have a long night. You wanna roll that up for me?
Sure. Rocket, I just gotta know one thing.
Rocket.
What did I say?
Bucket.
I said bucket? Rocket? Don't fall in love with me, kid.
I walked out and I'm not gonna lie, Jamie. I was falling in love with him. Those rhythms and those beats tapped a part of me that hadn't been alive or awake in a long time. His voice and his rhythms were just echoing in my head. Couldn't stop thinking about him. But that list was long, and I had a lot to do if I was going to find this grocer, who seemed to be doing a lot more than pushing food. I started with the first person on the list, Cat Pow. I knew that he had mentioned something about cat. Now I knew it was actually relevant to the story. Cat Pow.
I don't know anything about it.
What kind of business do you do with Martin?
I work with the freezers. I put meat in the freezers.
Sounds like a shady kind of business.
No, it's very up and up. Totally above board. All I do is make sure the meat gets into the freezer in time. They don't know anything else about it.
Sounded believable enough. So I continued on down my list. Person after person after person.
Where I'm from, everything, we just do business. Central Iowa, where hello, what's your name again? I'm from Central Iowa. Maybe Dubuque, you know it? You've been beautiful. Nice trees, leaves. They've got snow in winter. I've never seen snow in my life. Nice talking.
Each person seemed more guilty than the last. The stories they were telling me, the accents that each person was cycling through.
Three boys went in the water. One boy came out.
That was a great story. But what do you know about Martin?
Oh, Martin's a great guy, that he is.
What do you do with him?
We mostly wrestle. Tuesdays, Thursdays, every other weekend. You're looking at me like it's something sexual. It is.
I realized that Martin had a fascinating life. He was making love to men, women, anybody that he felt like it. He was doing business with people from Iowa, Russia, and made-up countries. I went back to my office, and luckily his wife was there. We had a few words.
Have you found anything out about Martin? I'm desperately worried.
Listen, I met with your husband. He was very nice.
He's all right.
He sent me down a path where seems like you weren't the only one Martin was sending love letters to.
What do you mean?
He had a lot of love in his life. And a lot of it wasn't unrequited. Look, maybe you don't want to find this Martin after all. Maybe this Martin's no good. Maybe it's a waste of your hard-earned money and you just want to drop the case right now.
No, please, I wouldn't be able to rest. If Martin's in trouble, I need to help.
You deserve better. I can write you love letters.
That's very nice.
Doesn't take much to write help on a piece of paper.
Well, that's just why I'm concerned. It's been so long, and He usually does right. Oh, you found out nothing. Was there nothing?
Well, I found out a lot. This is going to take a long time. A lot of money.
Exactly what do you know?
I know that he was involved with a lot of people, a lot of Russian people, a lot of people who maybe are connected to the underground.
Strange.
I know what it means when someone says he puts meat in a freezer. Sounds like all that meat wasn't necessarily for sale, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea, Miss Rocket.
I mean, it was the meat of dead people in his freezers.
Oh, God. He must be in terrible trouble. Well, mine would never get mixed up in anything like that. Please, you have to help. You must help.
Fine. I got a friend down at the police office.
No, don't get the police involved, please. I couldn't bear.
He's trustworthy, I promise. I'll see what I can find out. But I can tell you this. There's more to this Martin guy than you thought there was.
I don't care. I just want you to find him. Please.
It's your money. It's your heart. Jamie, have you ever loved somebody so hard? I know not Russell. But have you ever loved anybody else so hard that when you think about them, you start to sweat? And you get feverish, and you think, maybe I got a flu coming on. But really, it's just the heat of your feelings for that person. Did you ever love somebody like that, Jamie?
No.
Your mouth says no, but your eyes say yes, but I can't say so in front of Russell. It's okay, Russell. I know you don't love her that way either. That's why we're all gonna have a good time tonight. There's one person I feel that way about. His name is Rick. He's a cop. We grew up together. But we've never been able to be together.
Freeze! It's the coppers. Freeze! It's the cop. It's the coppers. Freeze! Oh, Ruby, rock. Oh, Jesus Christ, Ruby!
I just made a noise, Rick.
Yeah, well, I think I got stung by a bee or something just now. What the? That's crazy timing, Ruby. You fake shot me and then a bee stung me? Oh my God. It's probably the beehive up there, huh? I got beehive in my office. They
I
won't get rid
noticed
of
that,
it.
Rick.
Oh.
This police station is a shithole.
It's a shithole, but you know what?
What?
At least there's bees, huh?
That's what I love about you, Rick. You always see the bright side of oh my God.
Oh, Ruby.
You almost shot me in the foot.
Yeah, well.
Oh, be real careful, Rick.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, Rick.
That's what they say.
There you go. That's better.
Okay.
I don't care if you shoot yourself in the shoulder, but he put it down the other way. It might ruin everything I love about you.
I've got good thighs. I know that, Ruby. Hey, what are you doing here anyway, huh? I got business going on, okay? So, yeah.
You don't even have a watch on.
Yeah, I write numbers on my hand, though.
Oh.
It was 11:45 at a certain time today, okay? So, hurry.
Rick was
hurry.
as dumb as he was handsome. That's why I loved him. Listen, Rick.
Yeah,
What do you know about a grocer named Martin?
A grocer named Martin.
Seems like he does a lot of business in a lot of places with a lot of people. A lot of people that maybe you know something about.
Oh, Ruby.
Russian people, Irish people, Swedish people.
It's all, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm gonna tell you that, Ruby. You don't go messing around with Martin the Grocer. Everybody knows Martin the Grocer. His nickname's Martin the Grocer. Some people call him Martin the Grocer, but I'm telling you, Ruby. Oh my God, okay. I broke my buttons. Ruby, I'm telling you, Martin the Grocer runs around with some dangerous people, okay? And even the police, even the detectives, even me, even old Rick doesn't go after Martin the Grocer or the people he runs around with, okay?
If Martin the Grocer went missing, who do you think might have been the person behind it?
The Russians? Ah! Stupid Rick. It's not the Russians. I don't know, Ruby.
No,
it could be anybody.
Probably not the
Russians,
Yeah,
Swedish. I just heard the Polish. They're coming in. You know, they're around. It could be the Polish. Ruby, don't go, Ruby.
I'm gonna go, Rick.
No, Ruby.
I gotta go. Thanks for the very specific lead.
I didn't give none, Ruby.
Sure you did.
Don't you want to make love or something?
Always.
I gotta go. I can't. It's 11:45
Why did you bring it up?
I don't know,
Why did you
Ruby.
bring it up if you had to go, Rick?
I don't know. Hey, take this.
Okay.
It's my official police gun, but I could get another one.
I already have one, but it can't hurt to have two.
Have two, Ruby.
Thanks, Rick.
Hey, I'll be seeing you around, okay?
Okay.
Are you gonna kiss me right now? You
Yeah.
can kiss me if you want to, Ruby. I'm gonna go.
But I did kiss him. And we made love right there in the police station. His ass got stung 4 times by bees. But making love to me was so good he didn't even feel it till we were done. And then I helped remove the stingers with my teeth. When I left the police station, I saw somebody I knew, somebody I'd recently met, somebody named Ida. I decided to follow her, see where she was going. Sometimes people aren't telling you what's really going on. You two, you're very honest. Other people, not so much. So I thought I'd follow her, see what I could find out.
Where's my money?
You know better than to talk to me like that.
Are you cleaning your teeth with a knife?
That's right. With somebody's blood on it. Scientific evidence right now says that's safe. I have your money. Do you have the beans?
You will get nothing until I see where Martin is.
All right.
And until then, you will be careful how you talk to me.
All right, all right.
Do you understand?
I understand. Come inside, we play poker game. You see your money, we get it's over with. Jesus Christ.
She walked inside to play poker. Was that a Russian accent? I climbed through the window in the bathroom, hid to watch the game begin.
5 cards, start, just like we play in Florida. So here's how it works.
You've been to Florida?
I'm from Florida.
How is Florida?
It's good. Central Florida, I avoid. Southern, okay. So anyway.
My favorite state is New Jersey.
You're from New Jersey, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I am a fan of Wisconsin.
Oh, what part?
All of it.
Small state.
They
yes.
have cheese everywhere. Everywhere.
I go, Green Bay Packers. They're going to be a team one day.
I put money on that.
So anyway, let's play, huh?
Listen, gentlemen, the game has changed.
What?
What?
We do not know where Martin is.
What?
Martin, he showed up to Drop Point 2 days ago.
Yeah, drop point 2 days ago.
Why do you repeat everything I say?
I was workshopping, okay?
You do original work.
Thought maybe we could make something happen. It would be our thing. Like, you know.
Are you going to
Ringling
smoke
Brothers.
this cigarette or are you going to chew on
I
it?
chew. That's what we do.
Martin is nowhere to be seen.
Martin is nowhere.
God damn it!
Okay, I'm done.
And I believe that the police are now involved.
Did you lead police here?
No, of course, I was very careful.
Did you kill police?
You cannot kill a police.
That's a bad idea. I'm sorry for
I have
bringing
put a
it
beehive in the police office.
Oh,
That's smart.
you play slow
That's
game.
very smart. Small game. Yeah.
It was
very
the worst
good.
poker game I had ever seen. Nobody dealt cards, nobody made moves. Everybody just argued. Seemed like these folks weren't getting along.
I have a very bad hand. I cannot play.
Wait, why did you
Let me
even touch
check.
cards? You know we don't play cards.
3 twos, 1 jack. No play me either.
I have grocery list. I wrote it on the card.
Yeah, not a good
Does
idea.
anybody else feel alternative presence in room? I feel slight chill up back.
It's always the Holy Ghost, you bastard.
The Holy I have not been baptized yet.
What?
Motherfucking Russia!
What did he just say?
Oh my God!
Oh! Where's
Well,
my... Oh, hello. Welcome to my... Okay, hi.
Unhand me! Let me out of here, you scoundrel!
You might as well drop it.
Where did my...
Ida.
go? Oh.
Or is it Ida Vosky? Or Ida Xandra? Or Ida Sinky?
Ida!
Keep guessing.
Rockin' should rockin'.
Wait, why is he speaking German? What the fuck is going on?
It's Russian. God damn it.
You hired me, but you lied to me. Not only did you lie to me, you have a full house.
Of course.
Liar. Full house, you said something else. Said something else.
I know who you are.
Do you?
I've heard all about you, but I didn't know it was you.
Be very careful. I think you're in over your head. And if you go home now, I can guarantee that you'll remain safe. You'll forget everything that has happened. And you'll get your money, Ruby Rocket.
What I don't understand is why you had to get me involved. Why didn't you send one of your thugs after Martin?
You saw them play poker.
Yeah, they're pretty stupid.
That's right.
Stupid is. Stupid does?
That's correct.
Yeah. That's right.
We should work that out into a routine. Anyway, look, I don't know what you got me into, but I'm gonna tap out. You send me my money, I'm gonna go home.
There is no tapping out, Ruby Rocket. You're in the shit now. There's no getting out.
I have one more note for you to read, Miss Rocket.
Oh, we could just kill her. I don't know why we have to always present final note.
I think she's leading up to taking a weapon out of her purse. And
Oh,
you just
no. Oh.
you totally ruined the moment.
Stupid me.
She's in charge.
I'm workshopping
charge.
everything.
Yeah.
I know. No. No, bumblebees.
What the hell is going on? Rocket.
Well.
It's good to see you. What the hell you doing, Haida?
Taking care of business. Too many people know too many things.
You could just ask him not to know him anymore.
Is that how it works?
Numbers are my strength, knowledge is not.
Here, I'm going to take this whiskey away from you. Seems like it's impairing your ability to speak, which was already impaired.
What you doing, Haida? What you got yourself into?
Why don't you take Miss Rocket and dispose of her in the freezer?
I can't. We've made a connection. Like 1 + 1. We've made 2. Ida, don't do this. It wasn't your fault that Martin died.
What do you mean?
Come on, baby, you know why.
What do you mean Martin's dead?
You know, you and I couldn't be together as long as the grocer was out there.
Did you kill Martin?
It had to be done. But when I saw how you reacted after we left that hotel room that night, I couldn't stand it. So I took my calculator from my pocket and I shoved it down his ungrateful grocer's throat.
If you just want to give me my money, I could get out of here and leave it to you, too.
I have nothing now. I have nothing. You killed Martin.
You could have had me, Toots.
He can lay down some rhythms like you wouldn't believe.
But please, for the love of God, don't make me.
You have one last chance to explain yourself.
You see, late last night, the other night, I was walking down the street to find a beat, and so I ran into good mutton scores. Okay, just do it.
It was like right there. It was like night and fight were just right there. So easy.
Words were never my strength. It's in the numbers.
Don't do it.
He killed everything I ever loved.
Don't do it. You're a Russian mob boss. Keep your shit together. You got a responsibility on your shoulders. You can't let love get in the way between you and business. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. Martin's not worth it. He never was.
You're right.
I got 3 guns now. just saying, it's a good day for me.
Ida, let's run away from all this. I got a house out in the country. You and I could raise 3 beautiful kids.
It's not gonna happen, buddy.
Cashigo PD. I don't have a gun, but maybe Ruby would let me borrow one real quick.
Right in your thigh, Rick! You're gorgeous! Godlike thigh, Rick!
My second time getting shot today. But listen.
That's a lot of blood.
They're going down. You know what?
That's a lot of blood.
Okay, yeah, well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Good job, Rick.
Let's get him buckled up with handcuffs. And you, Miss Ida, you're going to the slammer for a long time. I might accidentally shoot you, so I'm like, honestly,
yeah.
just just deal with, just come on, let's go.
Sorry to see you go, Ida.
Oh, God damn it, the thigh. You ever been shot in the thigh?
A couple of times,
Oh,
yes.
God.
You get used to it.
Oh.
When she first came in my office, she had such a beautiful glow. She looked so sweet, so innocent. Should have known. I don't know why Rick took her in though, because he had zero evidence against her for any crimes whatsoever. I imagine she'll be out on the streets in no time. But that accountant, he loved that woman. He loved that woman the way I know you two love each other. You put on a little tough exterior, but I can see somewhere under all right and okay, there's a love that'll last at least another year or two. I went back to the hotel to let Fred know about his wife. We went up to a room, played a little jazz music, had a good time. And that's the case of the missing grocer. Come on. Please give it up for Matt Lask, Kristen Schier, Parsons. Please keep it going for Emily, who's been moving all the boxes. Timm doing all the visuals. Anthony up doing lights. And Johan laying down the sweet-ass beats. Thanks so much for being here. We take next week off, and then we have 8 more Thursdays. So please come back. Please let people know. Please help spread the word. We have some very special guests coming up. Mary Beth Monroe, who is Marie St. Clair on The Good Place and The Boss on Workaholics. She'll be here playing with us in February. Amber Nash, who's the voice of Pam on Archer. She'll be up and playing with us. And Ron Lynch, one of the funniest stand-up comedians and voice artists. So keep your eye on our list, and please come back and give yourselves a round of applause. You guys have been awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Have a good